Hello, my name is Marisela Moran Felix, and my term paper will be on worker stress as a student worker. So, what is worker stress? As you notice, my topic is from Chapter 10, which is titled Worker Stress, Negative Employee Attitudes and Behaviors. So, what is it? Worker stress is defined as the physiological and/or psychological reactions to events that are perceived to be threatening or taxing. So, why does it occur? So, really, I think something worker stress is something that could be considered inevitable. Many people are going to end up facing it. So what we're going to be looking at here for my term paper is work situational stress, which has been split into two categories, which then those have subcategories. There are work task stressors and work role stressors. These are really the characteristics of jobs that cause worker stress. They are underutilization, work overload, job ambiguity, lack of control, physical work conditions, interpersonal stress, emotional labor, harassment, work family conflict, and organizational change. So, case study. So, for a year, I worked at Pippin Commons at Middle Earth and UCI. It was part of the UCI Dining and Hospitality organization. I ended up working all the way through summer, which made a part time job into a full time job. My encounter with work situational stress started after the first 6 months of working at Pippin's, and what I believe caused my stress and eventual burnout was underutilization, work overload, and interpersonal stress. I say these because Pippin Commons does not put intelligence to the test. It is a minimum wage job. It does not highlight each and every student's skill. Really, the tasks are to clean and serve. Work overload because of the constant expectation we always had to be doing something. And then interpersonal stress, it felt as though there wasn't really a supportive environment within the organization that I worked at. And I mentioned before this ended up resulting in burnout. So, how this resulted into burnout and how I noticed it was I started becoming cynical. I used to be very optimistic when I came to work, and now it's just I found everything tiresome. I felt emotionally exhausted after 4 hours of work, and then I wanted to place my talents elsewhere. Um, so my work stress eventually led to having job burnout and not knowing really how to handle the stress or how my organization could have redirected me would have been helpful, of course. So what does my textbook tell me? So there are work task stressors and work role stressors as discussed. Work overload, underutilization, dangerous work conditions, etc. Worker stress can affect health, psychological states. The worker stress that I had working at Pippins really did affect me and my grades in my assignments. And then there are type of people who can be prone to stress, type A behavior and hardiness. Type A behavior is known to be hostile and competitive, which I am not, but yeah, I still ended up facing worker stress. And then stress can result in turnover, absenteeism, and job burnout. I was prone to absenteeism, I had to be honest. However, it ended up resulting that with absenteeism, you have to give back basically. You have to make up for the work that you did not come for. And I was at a point where I didn't feel like making up for that work. So the journal article, that I chose is titled "Exploring Differential Health Effects of Work Stress: A Leading Class Cluster Approach." And so this particular research article, it's called a cluster because they analyze multiple variables. As stated right here, has self-reported data and how stress is managed at the work site. Then there's a lot of intake as to what is accounting for all of these stresses. There's gender being accounted for. There's the work environment, what certain type of demands that are all the same considerably. And I do believe this research was conducted in London. And so for my solution that I'm proposing is really going off of also the textbook by the Intro to Industrial and Organizational Psychology. So my solution is organizational coping strategies to promote and promote this within the environment. So increase of sense of control. There's cases where we can't be able to do our schedules properly, eliminate punitive management, provide a supportive team-oriented work environment, help the student workers connect better with the managers, and encourage an optimistic environment. I really think that within orientations, we should really be open to these students and helpful and not feel like we are expendable. So here's my big locker, and thank you for listening.